Hi, my name is Whitney Easterberg. This is my continuous improvement, my story from Riley County Grade School um, for Data Analysis and Assessment Module 5. Who we are. Riley County Grade School is made up of preschool through 8th grade. We have about 445 students housed in our school. We have one principal for the whole preschool to 8th grade, one assistant principal, one school counselor, 43 teachers, and approximately 15 additional staff members. Um, we house uh, paras who are also um, working with USD 379 and Clay Center. It's part of our TELEC cooperation, so we share them. Riley County's population, or in Riley, is about 975 people. Another part of who we are we have students with disabilities. And as you can see by my graph, it gradually has been decreasing, which is kind of interesting. Um, and then our economically disadvantaged students has also started to decrease, which is a good thing. I think there's more um, careers opening up in Manhattan, which is about 15-20 minutes away, which is doable for parents and community members to be able to um, move that way to get jobs to help them get out of that economic hardship. How do we do business? At Riley County, we have a district leadership team, um, which is something new we've started with KISA. And this is made up of our superintendent, two principals, and two assistant principals from both our grade school and our high school. And they kind of keep track of all the different steps we need to be taking to try to get our data, um, make sure we're on track to where we need to be with KISA. We also have a board of education. We have building leadership teams as well. Um, and it's made up of several grade school teachers and then our principal. I think there's about 8 people on that committee. We have site council. They meet one time a month, and our principal gives her building report at that. And then the high school principal gives his as well um, during their site council meeting as well. Um, we also have a CPDC committee who meets once a month and talks about if we need to be looking into adopting new curriculums. We look at everybody's professional development. We approve hours coming in for college credits and just making sure we're where we need to be with everybody's licenses, making sure everybody's um, got all their stuff together. We also have a really awesome PTO um, who is very good about being behind the teachers and helping them in every way possible. We give out a lot of parent and community surveys. It's a small community, tight knit, very tradition based. So getting the community's feedback on different areas is always something we need to be doing at our school, along with everybody else. Um, our high school does student engagement projects. So a lot of the times you'll see high school kids at the grade school doing different kind of projects that they're working on at the high school. And then we also do a lot of job shadowing and mentoring. So our high school kids come down and spend time at our grade school, um, which is nice to get everybody involved and incorporated. And then at the end of the year, we do a needs assessment for teachers, asking what kind of professional development we need to be working on getting the following year, what things teachers are needing for curriculum, for assessments, um, seeing if there's anything else that we can do. Where are we now? On the left, you can see our math scores from our building, our district, and the state level. Obviously, we want to be more in the 3 and 4 level, but at our school, it seems to be the middle range is this level 2 and level 3. And you can see it's kind of goes up, and then kind of there's some areas we need to work on. On the right, you see our reading scores, kind of the same. We're pretty in the middle, needing to move those scores up though to the 3 and more in towards the 3 and the 4 level. But that's something that we are continuing to work on. Why do we exist? Riley County's mission statement says the Riley County schools are a place where students will be empowered to learn and will graduate as responsible citizens with skills in creative thinking, decision making, communication, self-discipline, and cooperation. We believe that our students are our first priority. Our culture focuses on being positive, proactive, open, and inclusive. Operating as a collaborative community is key to students and their district success. Everyone has opportunities to make choices and is responsible for the outcomes. We have high expectations, which lead to higher performance, which in turn empowers the individual and strengthens society. We believe visionary and innovative thinking help to keep the district and its students on the cutting edge. We believe the power of our district resides in our passion for our students and their education, and we believe we prepare students and provide them with essential tools to live with meaning and impact. Where do we want to be? We want to improve our assessment scores. We want to establish a multi-tiered systems of support for all of our students and get them the interventions that they need to help each one succeed. We're going to be defining the purpose and developing an IPOS advisory council. Our middle school begins the IPOS, which is an individual plan of study, to kind of help them gear them towards what career they want to go in. And it kind of helps them as they get to high school, they can kind of work a little more on that and choose the different pathways to go. We also are starting to create a system to document opportunities for more student input. We want to know more about what are their interests, what school activities are they interested in, what activities are they wanting to have, and what their needs are academically. We want to move forward and move towards a more student-focused learning community. What are the gaps? Our gaps typically are in our curriculum, just finding ways to close the gaps between grade levels, what concepts are being taught from what grade level to the next. We want more support, more differentiation, the interventions for our diverse learners, which will come when we create our MTSS groups and get that up and going. We need more time to meet and discuss with vertical teams. We have PLCs every week, but our PLCs are with our grade level. And so we want more team time, which is geared towards kindergarten, first grade, third and fourth grade, and second grade, and kind of just grouping the vertical teams. We need quality professional development and more social emotional support. How are we going to implement these? We're going to give teachers an assessment survey, and then we're going to analyze the data from the survey to kind of help us see where the teachers need help in. This year we're going to select a method to help develop our MTSS groups and then train our staff to get that up and going. we're going to use data from our FastBridge assessments that we've begun giving, which is 3 times a year. We're going to create guidelines for our kindergarten through 6th grade student council and a process for student selection, and then giving surveys to staff to see what all assessment tools are being used and what grade levels, and what is needed to document student needs academically and student interests, so we can kind of gear them towards the careers they're interested in as they get on to high school. And we're going to use our faculty meetings, time to meet with our vertical teams, and just work together to try to get those things accomplished. How will we evaluate our efforts? Once we get MTSS up and running, we're going to use the data we retrieved from those groups to kind of see what areas we need to work on, what things we're doing good at. We're going to look at the student performance on different assessments, and then our FastBridge assessment. Teachers set SMART goals at the beginning of the year, so we need to evaluate to see if we've met those goals, what we need to do to get to those goals, and how we can help each other. Gathering data from surveys given over the year to teachers, students, and community members, and then using our PLC time and team time to discuss what we need to be working on, where we need to go from here. And then these are my standards and the resources that I used. And I hope you enjoyed my presentation.